Now available in paperback and coming to Kindle Unlimited. John Haynes, Dark Succubus. The man who rules the world is tempted by a sultry succubus in this all-new John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, Dark Succubus in paperback or pre-order on Kindle Unlimited today. Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. was arrested on charges of forcible touching by the New York City Police Department. And in the charges filed against Cuba Gooding Jr., a woman is alleging that Cuba Gooding Jr. touched her inappropriately at the Magic Hour rooftop lounge owned by his girlfriend, Claudine De Niro. Now, when I take a critical examination of the events that have transpired around Cuba Gooding Jr., I see how the mainstream media is trying to turn Cuba Gooding Jr. into June's Brute of the Month. Because over the last couple of months in 2019, there has been an ongoing campaign to turn heterosexual black men into black brutes by having white women make allegations against them as a result of this Me Too movement. And in these attempts with these allegations, these efforts are made to try to demonize the image of prominent black men and destroy their reputations with allegations of either sexual harassment, sexual assault, or sex crimes or sexual deviancy in an effort to try to place a negative image on black men and breathe brand new life into old racial stereotypes about black men as related to white women. And in this campaign, we have seen efforts to try to destroy the reputations of numerous black men like Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, and this time now they're going after Academy Award-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr. And it seems like your Cuba Gooding Jr. just didn't get the memo as related to these campaigns that are designed to target heterosexual black men, because if your Cuba Gooding Jr. had gotten the memo, he wouldn't have been at that Magic Hour rooftop lounge, and he would have understood why he did not need to be at that Magic Hour rooftop lounge. Because most men today, in this era of the Me Too movement, they understand that they have to change the way they socially interact with women, because all it takes is one allegation from a woman to not only destroy a man's professional and personal reputation, but it can also wind up with him putting his safety and his freedom at risk. And when we look at what happened to Cuba Gooding Jr., we see why so many men are making efforts to avoid contact with women, because all it takes, again, is one allegation from a woman, and you could wind up like Cuba Gooding Jr. in handcuffs, being locked up on a false charge of forcible touching or a charge of sexual assault, or even worse, a charge of rape, all due to the allegations of a woman. And in most cases, it is your word against theirs. And this is why so many men are avoiding going places like nightclubs, like bars, like restaurants, because they do not want to put themselves in a situation where they could possibly wind up losing their freedom and or possibly putting themselves at risk for not only criminal charges but civil lawsuits. So most men these days understand that this is not a climate where a man can go to a nightclub or a bar or a restaurant, because when you go those places, you are putting yourself at risk and you are putting yourself in jeopardy. But it seems like your Cuba Gooding Jr. didn't get that memo, and he probably thought, oh, the videotapes in the club will make me safe. But it's clear now from what happened to Cuba Gooding Jr. that not even videotape can make you safe, because all it takes, again, in this gynocentric culture of America is a woman making an allegation saying you did something, and all of a sudden the law enforcement will come out of their way to arrest you on those charges, because a woman's word has higher merit in this era of Me Too. And it's, again, seems like Cuba Gooding Jr. didn't get the memo, because most men got the memo after Bill Cosby was convicted of the sexual assault of Andrea Constead on trumped-up charges as a result of your Kevin Steele manipulating the law and changing the standard of law here in the United States of America from innocent until proven guilty to trust and believe. And because we are under the standard of trust and believe, most men these days understand that because we are under that legal definition of the law, they have to minimize their interactions with women, keep their distance from women, and avoid places where there can be these he said, she said situations. Unfortunately, Cuba Gooding Jr., the Academy Award winning actor, again, did not get the memo, nor do I believe he has read about the cases against Albert Wilson, who got 12 years in prison for a rape charge where there was no rape, or what happened to the NFL player who wound up getting numerous charges of rapes and sexual assaults against him. And he didn't get the memo that when it comes down to the Me Too movement, they have gone out here on a campaign to try to destroy the lives and legacies of black men. And because these white women in this Me Too movement are on a campaign to destroy the lives, livelihoods, and legacies of black men need to make efforts to adapt to the situation by going their own way and finding a way to avoid places where these women congregate, because oftentimes these women are congregating in these places like bars, nightclubs, and restaurants, and they're looking for a prominent black celebrity in order to make an allegation against them in the hopes of getting a payday at their expense. And after taking a critical examination of this video of this alleged assault, that's what it looks like is transpiring here with this woman, because after she goes and talks to Cuba Gooding Jr., she then comes back 30 minutes later with security making this allegation against Cuba Gooding Jr., saying that he forcibly touched her, and makes this allegation in an effort to say that something happened when you can see that maybe possibly nothing happened at all. And she's saying that all of this is happening, and then comes back to make this allegation. And when I listen to the whole thing, again, it looks like another one of these white females looking to destroy the reputation of a black man and make these allegations against a black man in order to get money at his expense. And this is why most black men out here have to start changing their course as related to their interactions with women, because when I look at what happened to Cuba Gooding Jr., it shows that you are behind enemy lines, and you have to create a campaign to protect your reputation, your safety, and your health. And while many entertainers want to go out here and socialize, they need to learn how to find another way to socialize, because it's clear to me that no black man these days in this era of trust and belief can go to a bar, a nightclub, or a restaurant, because those are places where they will be targeted not only for a civil lawsuit, but possibly criminal charges. And when it comes down to black men, we have to understand that we have to put our freedom and our safety first. And because we have to put our freedom and safety first, We don't need to be there, because if we are not there, they can't make an allegation against us. Because if you are not in these bars, nightclubs, and restaurants, when somebody makes an allegation saying you did something to them, you can say, I was not there. Go show me the videotape where I was there, and I will show you a videotape where I was someplace else. And if you are not there, again, they can't make an allegation against you, and that's why they can't say me too if you are not in a place where they can say you are there. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box, or the PayPal link, or the Cash App link. And if you want to help me fund my ISIS graphic novel, you may also donate to the Patreon, PayPal, or the Cash App. And if you want to try some of my SJS Direct publications, you may also do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com in the description box. There you will find my men's issues books like Stop Simpin', Manginas, The Misadventures of Captain Save-A-Ho, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, and The Man Crisis in paperback and ebook. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, ISIS, All That Glitters. The goddess next door takes on a bikini-clad bank robber in this action-packed, all-new ISIS series adventure. Get ISIS, All That Glitters in paperback and Kindle Unlimited today.